Hello viewers, previously I have explained waiting for Godot in Bengali. You can go to the I section above and check it. Today I will explain waiting for Godot in English. So let's get started. Waiting for Godot. It was written by Samuel Buckley Beckett. Samuel Buckley Beckett, he was born in 1906 and passed away in 1989. He loved to write in French and English both. He was an avant-garde or a modern period writer. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1969. So, the Waiting for Godot. It was a French title in Attendant Godot, and the English title was Waiting for Godot, a tragic comedy in 2 acts. Waiting for Godot was first published in French in 1952, and it was first published in English in 1956. Our Samuel Beckett have translated it into English in 1955. It was first premiered in 1953, Paris Babylon Theatre under Roger Blin, and it was premiered or published in the Theatre of Arts in 1955. So, Waiting for Godot. We can say it is an absurd play. What is absurd play? The word absurd, it comes from the myth of Sisyphus, written by Albert Camus in his essay 1942. Absurd means meaninglessness of a human being. And zard. Zard, it is a word. It has two meanings. First meaning, musically, it refers that zord is the disharmony or lack of harmony, and mathematically it has a meaning that inexpressible or inexplicable. So, the theatre of absurd, the essay was adopted from Martin Esslin in 1960. So it was all of the background, and the source was two men contemplating the moon. The source of this Waiting for Godot is two men contemplating the moon. So let's get started, and before starting, let's understand what is absurd. Absurd means meaninglessness. We will see circular plot, and there is no plot development in this whole entire story. This story is totally meaningless. Illogical dialogues and speeches will be seen in this play. Okay. So let's get started. There are 2 acts in this play. The play is starting in the morning and the play is ending in the moonlit night. So there are some minor differences between the act 1 and act 2. As example, you can say the tree. In the act 1, the tree is bare without leaves, and in the second part we will see the tree is full of leaves. Will Estragon will say it is spring. So, in the act 1, we will see 2 characters are waiting. One is Vladimir and another is Estragon. Vladimir is too much mature. The both of them are vagabonds, or you can say tramps. They are waiting for a person named Godot. The reader cannot explain who is Godot because our poet, our author Samuel Buckley Beckett have not explained what's the meaning of Godot. Some of the critics consider as God, some of the critics consider that Godot is a person, and some of us consider that Godot is the desire of our human beings that cannot be fulfilled in our entire life. So, in the first act, we will see our main character Vladimir. He is waiting for someone and enters Estragon. He lives in a ditch and he is beaten by someone. So he comes with a bare swollen foot and boot in his leg. Vladimir asks, "What are you doing?" And Estragon calls Vladimir Didi, and Vladimir calls Estragon Gogo. So Estragon tells he is too much hungry. So Vladimir gives him a carrot to eat. Estragon, too much nonsense is portrayed in this play. But Vladimir is much more mature than Estragon. In the play, they both are waiting, they are making stupid things, they are sometimes explaining that we have to wait until Godot comes. Estragon gives the bad decisions. He tells them, means Vladimir, that we should commit suicide. But Vladimir says, let's wait for Godot and then we will think. There is meaninglessness, timelessness, placelessness in the total plot. The plot is unfinished. In this story, we will see two characters are arriving. They will think it's Godot, but not it's Godot. It was Lucky and Pozo. Lucky was the slave and Pozo was the master. Lucky has a rope in his neck. It symbolizes the servancy, or it symbolizes the slavery under Pozo. So, Estragon and Vladimir, they were too much happy to see some people. They go and see that Pozo was carrying a bag of stool, a bag, a coat of Pozo. Pozo was his master. So they asked Pozo why Lucky is too much bad conditioned. So Pozo tells that he and Lucky are staying together for 60 years and Lucky is afraid because he thinks that he will be given away and they both are old. So Estragon goes to help our Lucky, but Lucky kicks in his shin, means leg. Estragon gets bleeding. So after passing the time, our Pozo tells or orders our Lucky to entertain. So first of all, Lucky dances and gives a speech tied, which is meaningless, it's totally illogical. And throughout the plot, we will see that Lucky and Pozo, they are master and slave. But in the second act, we will see Lucky is mute and Pozo is blind, and they are depending on both other. So in the first plot, we will see Pozo is too much annoyed with Lucky and he wants to set him free. But Lucky is too much loyal with his master. Pozo throws bones towards Estragon. Estragon and Vladimir sometimes talks about gospels of the thieves, two thieves who committed death before our Jesus Christ. The story was cited by Vladimir. Vladimir tells the story and Estragon tells him, you are a critic, because sometimes they are speaking slang languages among each other to pass the time, to kill the time. They are exchanging their hats. Sometimes Lucky's hat, sometimes Vladimir's hat, to pass the time, to kill the time, because the time has no ending. The waiting is unexpectable. Godot will never arrive. And in the last scene of Act 1, we will see a messenger boy of Godot, and he comes and tells that Godot will not come today, he will come tomorrow, and leaves the stage. Act 2 comes. There is very minor changes in Act 1 and Act 2. In Act 2, we will see there is some leaves on the tree. Now, Godot and the messenger boy have not come yet. We can see the messenger of the Godot. So, in last scene of the Act 1, in Act 2, we will see again waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon are both waiting. Now, they are again deciding to commit suicide, but they are waiting at least after coming of Godot. Again, Lucky and Pozo comes, but this time, Lucky is mute and Pozo is blind. So, we will see a lamenting scene. Here, Estragon and Vladimir will kick Pozo and Lucky, because they do not want that they should live. Either they cannot be able to pass the time. It's the main plot twist. So, after some times, the messenger boy comes again. They asks, what? Godot tell you? The messenger boy tells that nothing, he will not come today. And he tells that I am not the boy yesterday who came. Here he considers that the first boy was a Godot, means you can say a Chag Palok. And the second boy said I am a Sephard. So the both are different and they are kept by Godot in their haystacks. Means Godot fed them, both of the brothers, Sephard and the Godot. The play ends while Vladimir and Estragon are discussing among themselves, let's commit suicide. Estragon takes out his belt from his trousers, but the belt tears when they are going to commit suicide. And finally, he takes off his pants as Vladimir ordered to put on your pant, and the act ends as same circular plot. Means there is no change in part 1 and part 2 except the tree has leaves grown and it is spring. So time passed but nothing changed. So we can consider that Godot is the unfulfilled desires of our life which cannot be fulfilled throughout our life. It are the desires which we dream but it never comes to our life. If you like this video, like, comment, share and subscribe. And I am totally memorizing this video, so I am not frequent in speaking English. So please apologize me. Thank you.